Hey, folks, good morning and welcome to another episode of Steelers Morning Rush. I'm Alan Saunders. It is Monday, November 11th. Happy Veterans Day and a very sincere thank you to those of you who have served our country. It is a victory Monday in Steelers Nation as the Pittsburgh Steelers were 28-27 winners over the Washington Commanders in D.C., in suburban Maryland on Sunday. What an incredible football game and what a buzzing feeling I am getting from the Steelers fan base after the win improved Pittsburgh to 7-2. They defeated another playoff team on the road, and I say another because you saw what the Denver Broncos did this week, going to the wire with the Kansas City Chiefs. They've been in playoff position for a while now. The Atlanta Falcons are in playoff position for a while. The early season schedule that we talked about being easier for the Pittsburgh Steelers has actually not been as easy as maybe it looked with Washington here. One of the best teams in the NFL right now. The Steelers go in and get another critical road win. Great support from Steelers Nation. The place was full of terrible towels. I've never seen anything like that in a place like Washington where they have a ton of pride in their team and they're having one of the best seasons in recent memory with a young superstar in Jaden Daniels. But I want to talk about the future. I want to turn the page. As TJ Watt told me last night when I asked him what the 7-2 start meant to this team, he said, we're on to Baltimore. And the AFC North is waiting. The Steelers have not played an AFC North game. They have 8 games remaining in their 2024 schedule. 6 of them are against the North. The other 2 are against the Chiefs and the Eagles. The schedule does not get any easier going forward, even though this early part of the schedule also looked a little bit more difficult than maybe we originally thought. And although the Browns are the Browns, and to quote Chase Claypool, and Juju, maybe that was Juju. Yeah, it was Juju. And the Bengals are struggling a bit. This is not going to be very easy as the Steelers go forward. Right now, the Steelers are feeling very good about themselves, and they should be. But I was in that locker room in Northwest Stadium on Sunday night, and that was a battered group. You see firsthand what beating a team like Washington takes out of you. To watch Alex Highsmith hobbling around on crutches and Patrick Queen bleeding from his leg and Najee Harris coming out of the training room with ice packs strapped to 4 different parts of his body, and guys bandaged up, and Calvin Austin's beat up, Dante Jackson's beat up. Um, the signs and symptoms of more than a few painkiller shots over the course of that game, guys making trips to the blue tent and then coming back into it. They left it all out there on Sunday. And that's what you want from your football team, and those guys deserve a ton of credit for it. But there was a cumulative impact of those types of games, and they're only going to keep coming. The Steelers go straight from this one into the AFC North play against the Baltimore Ravens, which is one of the toughest, most physical rivalries in all of football. I know the Ravens defense isn't playing great right now, but trust me, they're going to bring it. First game against Patrick Queen on the other side. They're going to be up for this one. There's been trash talk about this since March. This is going to be another huge game and another hugely physical game. And then you got a trip to Cleveland on a short week after that. The same thing happens later in the schedule. The Steelers have the Eagles on the road. Then travel Baltimore on the road on a short week. Then the Kansas City Chiefs on a short week. Like, physically, they are not going to be able to hold up to that. There is going to be a downtick in performance. And even though I think this team is playing really well right now and is poised to maybe be one of the best teams in the AFC as they stand right now, they're going to have some losses in the second half of the season that aren't going to feel good because of this schedule. And so I just want to take this moment. Remember this feeling. Remember this week. Steelers 7-2, huge win. The trade deadline acquisitions paid off. The move to go to Russell Wilson paid off. The Steelers got healthy on their bye. The vibes are high. Just remember this as things get tight going forward, that this is a really good football team. It's a team that's capable of winning a lot. But they're going to have some adversity as they go forward because of how difficult the schedule is and how physical they're playing. Like, this is not a team that is winning. Well, this is not the greatest show on turf. Like, look at how they win this game. Just absolute blood and guts. Just Najee Harris running smack into the teeth of a defense that wants nothing to do other than for him to do that. Over and over and over again. The way the Steelers' defensive line pursued Daniels all over the field. He was never able to get an impact. But they come out of the game with a battered and bloody and broken. Like, those are going to pile up as the schedule goes forward. Remember the way the team is playing right now, because I think if they get a bit of a break, right? They have that Chiefs game, which is on a Wednesday. Then they don't play again until the following Sunday. So that big break right at the end of the season, Week 18 game against the Bengals. They have a chance to get back here. Now, if you lose somebody for the season or whatever, weeks due to an injury, you won't get them back. But I think there's going to be a dip, right? There's going to be a time where the Steelers aren't going to look like this team, and it's not going to be because they're going to play worse or because the players are worse. It's just because the schedule is so difficult. But I think they can get back here at the end. I think they can go through that dip. Probably two of them. Probably one here early in the next 3 weeks, and then another one over that 3-week span of Philly, Baltimore, and KC at the end. And as they go through those, just remember, like, it's about the schedule more than it is about the team. And they have a chance to get back there at the end. I think it's really incumbent on the Steelers to, at this point, like, they should feel like they should win the AFC North. They should be on Baltimore. And I think it's there for the taking. You look at this Ravens team, its defense is suspect this year. I don't think if you look at the game plan the Steelers rolled out for Jaden Daniels and how they took him away in the run game, and how they also took away Austin Eckler in a running game that's been moving the ball really well on the ground with the running backs. You apply that to the Baltimore Ravens. Is there a Terry McLaurin over there to do what McLaurin did on Sunday? I don't think so. With a lot of respect to Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman and Deontay Johnson, that's not that. They aren't those guys. And so I think the Steelers have always done well against Lamar Jackson. They are 7-1 their last 8 against the Ravens. They win this game, they are really in the driver's seat for the division. They are going into it a game up. They will come out of it 2 games up. They need that cushion. If they want to win the North, they're going to drop some games. The schedule is too hard. They're going to give some back. But, man, does this shape up like a season-defining game against the Ravens this Sunday. Very excited to talk to you guys all week about it. Thanks so much for listening, watching, not just this, but all of our content here on the YouTube platform. The traffic has been incredible. And also over at SteelersNow.com, where you should read the words "so I can get paid." And like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications here on the YouTube channel so you don't miss an episode of Steelers Morning Rush, Afternoon Drive, Sights and Sounds, locker room interviews, post-game. New show coming Saturday. Stay tuned for that as well. That's it for now. I'll be back with more with Smitty just about 6 o'clock. Until then, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and enjoy.